Are you set?
Yes, I'm good.
Start.
All right.
Yeah, you can start.
Thank you. Can I start?
Yes.
All right, great. So we wrapped up the last session with digital change process, and I spoke about the importance of the people, the process, the technology, and the business environment. Now I'm going to go to discuss successful digital transformation process. I love using this TIDACare health system because it's an holistic description of something that use these four areas to be able to drive digital innovation, innovativeness, and transformation. This is the words of Livingston, the TIDACare as then the health information management system lead. And one important or crucial thing that I need us to take from this is that the transformation became nationally recognized. Of course, it became the first integrated health system in the United States as far back. That was in 2002. So you can imagine what it was then. Years before then, the problem they had was problem of fragmentation. The billing department does something differently, insurance differently, registration of patient differently, physicians that take care of patient, they think differently, but they needed something that can integrate things together. So one advantage of digital innovation is its capacity to integrate all your processes together from end to end. That is, the way you do your thing, you can do a value stream mapping or work stream mapping from end to end and find a way in which you create a digital platform that can help you connect your whole process from beginning to the end. And then how do we do this? How did they do this? So they sat down, created a plan, and then they needed leadership. So why am I saying this? For you to have a successful digital innovation, you need a transformational leader. You need leaders. So that means you yourself has to not only learn about digital transformation or innovation, you also have to learn about transformational leadership. Because don't forget, you need to convince the people. You need to convince your customers to adopt your new platform. You need to get your workforce to adopt your new platform. So because of that, you need to be a transformational leader who will be a sponsor, who can see an idea, who can stand to work with the regulatory agencies, the agile team, to be able to create a platform that the business and the customers will use effectively. So TIDACare did that. Another very popular organization here in Texas is Baylor Scott and White. I love using them. I'd worked, volunteered for them in time past. And if you see, they say leaders must hold themselves accountable for transforming the way we deliver care, improve quality, reduce cost, and create a seamless, integrated care experiences for patients. So your goal, if you're doing any digital innovation, is to ensure that your customer achieve great value. And you must create an integrated way. And what is the definition of their own integrated healthcare system? They define it as clinical integration to ensure that the right patient receives the right care at the right time, at the right place, at the right cost in a connected manner. Just imagine if this were to be in the education industry. I would have said to ensure the right students receive the right kind of learning at the right time, at the right place, at the right cost, in a connected manner between the teacher and the student. So I can translate this to different other sector. In the air aviation industry, I can say the right customer receives the right flight at the right time, at the right place, at the right cost, in a connected manner. If it is in the tourism business, I'll say the right customer receives the right hotel, and maybe in terms of if they need to move from one point to another, a car or a vehicle that will transport them at the right time, at the right place, at the right cost, in a connected manner. So don't limit this statement to just healthcare. That's what I'm saying. And there is no industry that does not want the highest quality and experience for their customer or client. Everyone wants a cost-effective and value-based kind of system. If they want improved relationship or health of their population, every system wants to be the best coordinated system in the population they serve. So it just means this is just focused on healthcare. This can be applied to different organizations. And all they needed to do was to integrate their system. So I just wanted you to see that organizations have done it. they have integrated these 4 areas correctly in a coordinated manner, and they've used it to transform their system. Now TiddleCare is so big and wealthy, and now it's even integrating with other larger organizations. The same thing with Baylor Scott and White is the largest not-for-profit health system in the state of Texas in the United States. So what are the challenges of digital innovation? Number one, I won't deceive you, there's the high cost of maintenance. Because it's a new field, the high cost of implementation and maintenance may be huge. But if you work with different vendors, you can do comparative analysis of cost and get the best that is applicable to your scenario per that time. So all you need is to go out, meet with different vendors, get different prices. Now, the next thing is the paucity of profound knowledge of digital integration. So many vendors might have issues with digital integration, either at data level or integration of their platform with another platform that is already existing in the organization. So those are other problems you may face. Number 3 is people resistance to change. I can't emphasize this. Currently, I'm trying to sunset a platform, and I'm trying to transit people to different or 3 other platforms. One of the first resistance they told me is that, look, I already have 2 different platforms I'm using on my work. I don't want any additional platform. That's one resistance. The second one is we're having some post-deployment validation issues on one of our platforms. And the issue is the manager kept saying, look, if you're not able to solve all this post-deployment validation, I cannot let go of the old application. Then some people say, even if I move to the new application that you're developing, I want to keep the old application as a backup for the day there's disruption in the new application. Then I can fall back to that and ensure that I'm able to serve my client. But the problem we have is that we're paying heavily to the vendor that is hosting the whole application. Hence, the reason why we want to sunset the application. So you can see how people resistance back and forth. So we've been on this meeting back and forth since January. We have a timeline to sunset the application by May. It's looking like an almost impossible scenario now, because one of the other platforms that is supposed to integrate with us, they also had problem. They wanted to move their database from on-prem to the cloud, and that kept causing delay. So I'm just trying to tell you how people resistance to change can impact your digital innovation journey. The influence of socio-cultural beliefs and traditional practices. So I told you I'm working on a platform in Nigeria. The general belief about the people is they want to transact with cash. But I want to change that culture to transaction digitally. I want them to be able to use their mobile phones to do all the transaction. But I'm facing some resistance currently. So this is crucial to digital transformation if you don't pay attention to it. The other thing is geographical and environmental barrier. So imagine the hills of Ethiopia or Rwanda or Kenya. If I need to go to last mile community to provide healthcare, how do I get there with digital platforms that will be connected to the internet enough for me to even communicate, to do referrals properly, to be able to have an active database? These are crucial issues that affect healthcare. I've done projects in Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, and Uganda. These are crucial issues that really affect how things are done digitally. We've improvised different digital platforms, mobile health, health platforms, which had failed totally because of the geographical limitations of those terrain. Data security and information compliance concern is another thing. In the United States, we have what we call the HIPAA law that talks about the Portability and Accountability Act for privacy of patient data. This has been a crucial issue. If you would create a platform, your platform must be secured enough so that data must not be lost. And even at that, with the best of information security in the United States, guess what still happens? A few days ago, I registered on a simple platform, and I've been getting communications from different other organizations. So that means one organization has sold my data to several other organizations. I visited a friend in Houston a couple of days ago. He told me the same thing. He wanted to change his mortgage rate. And lo and behold, after he made application on a single platform, like several other mortgage agencies are sending him letters now, which means someone had compromise the data at the back end, and before you know it, they have sold this data to different other organizations. That's why those other organizations are communicating with him to write him letter that he should consider them. They will give him a better interest. So if you're thinking about digital innovation, you must think about data security, because people will sell your data from the back end, trust me, and they can use it for several criminal activities as well. Now, for Africa, we have a major challenge of underdeveloped national infrastructure and technological system. I don't need to re-explain that. We know that very well. Integration of new technologies with existing system is another crucial issue because the world will be rapidly evolving. I told you digital landscape is a landscape that is rapidly changing. Before you know it, we will stop using so many things. How do you integrate with the new technology? That's a crucial factor to think through. Then we have our own system problem. I talked about complexity and design thinking issues yesterday. We have complexities which relate to non-linearity of outcomes in the way we do things. We have recursiveness in the way we do things. And then we have the process-based issues in the way we do things. So all these are limitations of digital transformation in our environment that we all need to deal with if we're really interested in digital innovation. Now, all these challenges are not deal breaker. They are not stoppers. They are only things that people had faced and have found a way around in time past. As I talk to you, I still face most of these problems almost every day. And I find a way around it. I deal with people every day. I have to convince them on the reason why they need to embrace the newer technology. I convince them with the need of telling them like, look, your patient will be better for this. So if a nurse is resisting embracing the third application platform, I tell the nurse, look, if you embrace this, these are the advantages it will give to your patient, even though it might add a little extra burden for you as the staff. But if your patient gets this advantage, would you not be happy? So those are ways by which I have to go into negotiation meetings with leaders. Sometimes I have to go as high as leaders up to like vice president, president, to convince them so that they can convince their team. So what I am saying in essence is that these challenges are not deal breakers. High cost of implementation and maintenance. How do I go around this? Because we work with several vendors, we have opportunity of leveraging competitive pricing to negotiate the price down. Another thing we do is that while we are working on a certain project, we find a way to integrate several other, one or two other projects into them so that we're able to scale. Remember, we work in in an agile environment where we can add one or more features to an MVP. So we're constantly adapting and evolving. So with that, if I have a feature, I can keep it as enhancement. In 3 months, 6 months, a new project may ensue that will now be funded. Once that project ensues, I can quickly add those enhancements I have from previous project, add it to this, merge it together so that they will be taken care of under this same cost. Those are ways by which I found my way around high implementation cost. I had a project that the funding ended in December, but trust me, the project is still ongoing now. How did we do it? We kept pushing, leveraging on relationship with the vendor to keep doing things on until we later got little extra funding from March till July. So what I'm saying is these things are real. You will face them, but you must embrace different other project management methodology. When we talk about profound knowledge of digital integration, that is where we call in subject matter expert. We bring in subject matter expert both in architectural integration of system, architectural security for systems, and even subject matter expert in the business environment in which we're talking about. All these things are what we integrate together to find a way to solve these challenges. And where we have geographical and environmental barrier, last mile communities, we have to get boosters, network boosters, different other platforms that probably will not depend on internet technology, but can depend on USSD code, like SMS platforms, create different forms of platform to survive in these areas. And then we have data security and information compliance team. So I'm not telling you problems to make you stop thinking about digital innovation. I'm just showing you the challenges and that these are things that you can solve if you are passionate enough about it. Now, what are the benefits of digital innovation when embraced? Number one, trust me, you would increase the efficiency and productivity of your organization, of your system. Trust me, you will run at a cheaper cost, better. You will be able to attend to more patients per time, more students per time. So let me give you an example. Harvard used to train. Okay, let me start with Harvard. Harvard used to get in like 50 students every year, maybe not even up to 50 for their MBA program. And you know, Harvard is regarded as one of the world's foremost institution of higher learning, training at an exceptional rate. And What Stanford did was this. Stanford started an online platform, got several professors from Harvard to come and do their lecture. They got the lectures recorded, analyzed the whole process, put in a very sound instructional design that makes it more interactive, more collaborative for the learners, and students have to do things together. And guess what? The first year, Stanford got in 900 students. Harvard at most, with their didactic nature, could only get 50 at most. But what Stanford had done is they had gotten several lecturers from Harvard who had done lectures from different other very good schools, UC Berkeley, from other Cornell. They got from great schools, from Oxford. They got the best of mind, recorded their videos, and used it to create a curriculum for their own MBA. Hence, what Stanford has done is they have created an MBA that is way better than what Harvard can deliver, because they now have recordings of all these great minds together for their students, and they were able to absorb 900 students in a single. So they had higher productivity. Harvard had to step in and go and create similar platform in the long run. So if they forced competition down, dropped the price, and that's the same thing that happened in MIT as the cases. You will improve customer experiences, engagement, and value. So with that now, still using the Harvard Stanford experience. What Stanford did is Stanford did not only recruit students from the United States, they got students all across the world, because now it's an online platform. So they are not limited by geography again. So they've broken the geographical barrier. Now improved decision-making with data analytics and visualization. Of course, at the back end, they now have access to various characteristics of students, how they learn, how many hours they spend on the platform, how many times they visit the platform per week, and all those things. All those data are now used to make the platform become better, and then to create systems that will engage the student more. Now they have to input more discussion forum, more project-based learning, collaborative forms of learning, where they have to put students into several groups together so that they can learn together. Development of new product and services. Now, with digital innovation, it's easier for you to put newer product on it. It was because of the excellence of the digital platform and applications on the phone that Uber Eats had to leverage on to now know that, okay, as long as customer and the drivers have their mobile phone, then we can connect the drivers together with the customer easily. Increasing revenue and market share and market positioning. I'm sure that's simple enough. Then gaining competitive advantages and stronger brand reputation. Uber is now a solid brand. In terms of food delivery in the United States, we have DoorDash, we have Grubhub, and even for grocery deliveries, we have different other brands like Instacart. I'm just picking examples here and there. And I know of Momo across Africa for transfer of money. I think I had that when I came to Rwanda in February. Thanks to Inspiration NG, and then different other platform. So all these are great advantages or competitive advantages that come when you leverage digital innovation, and then they can do transfer even across currency. If I need to transfer dollars to Nigeria now, it's easy. I have like 4 different applications on my phone. I have Lenfi, I have AfriX, different platforms. So all I'm saying is that it gives competitive advantages and stronger brand reputation to the digital platform, to your organization, and to whatever you're doing, because you can now increase the scale and do something at a much more tremendous rate. Improving monitoring and evaluation and expansion of process. Of course, like I told you, it's easy to now track all the transactions that have been done. So if I want to know how much I've sent to Africa in the last 4 months, all I need to just do is go on my phone, I'll review the whole thing, and then I'll just total everything together. The platform can total it for me. Then improved leadership, accountability, and transparency. Yes, this is so crucial for nations where corruption is a major, because by the time we digitalize all our process, every transaction that happens will be traceable. And that's why nations that are smart are pushing strongly for digital flow of money, digital flow of resources, scanning barcodes for everything that is being sold, so that you can track the tax deduction track everything. And then ultimately, we improve the integration of systems and even human integration, human collaboration across different platforms. I talked about so many discussion forums. As I am now, if you add me to your WhatsApp group, I can talk to you in real time. Either you're in Tanzania, or you're in Kenya, or you are in anywhere in the world. Those are the advantages of integrating human system. So I can do a video call with you now, and I don't have to see you in the next 7 years. And we keep doing video call, and I see what your environment looks like. You can show me your room. You can walk me through what your office looks like. I don't need to be there, and we're all good. So these are the benefits of digital. These are not all, but these are one of the crucial major benefits of digital transformation. What are the best practices for digital innovation that I would like you to embrace if you're going to, if you will do it? Number one, you must develop a well-defined digital strategy. Strategy is crucial to anything you want to develop. You must analyze and do a clear SWOT analysis of your organization. That's strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat analysis of your organization. You must know what the political, environmental, social, economical, technological, legal, and maybe economical or ecological or environmental, and even religious limitations are in your environment. All these analyses would help you to now create a clear and smart vision for whatever you need to do. Then you'll be able to align the vision with your organizational goals and the legal limitations that bound whatever you're doing in your business. Of course, you would have to analyze what your business environment looks like. You can use the Porter's analysis of competitiveness in your business environment to do that. Number two is that for you to drive digital transformation, you must think about a just culture, a culture of accountability and transparency, a culture that does not put blame on individual, but put blames on system, a culture that hates recklessness and sabotaging behavior, a culture that loves people to pursue excellence and position for excellence always. That is a just culture. It's a culture that encourages creativity, experimentation, and risk-taking. So a culture that embraces innovation. It's a culture where you allocate resources and develop policies to drive innovation. So you can't say you love digital transformation and you're not ready to fund it. You must find a way to fund it as a leader. And then you must reward and incentivize innovativeness. When people submit great ideas that will change or disrupt the digital platform or templates that you're using, then reward them, incentivize people thinking out of the box and dropping ideas, put monetary and non-monetary incentives, motivations to drive digital platforms. You must also develop a collaborative and agile work environment where people collaborate together. You must break down every form of silos in your company, where people have cohorts or groups. You must find a way to integrate the team together. The team must be given to adaptation and resilience. They must continuously evaluate their processes. These are crucial things that you must think through in everything you do. And don't forget, digital innovation is an incremental and iterative process. Incremental means we work from MVP 1 to MVP 2 to MVP 3 to MVP 4. Things grow gradually. You don't want to do a large chunk of innovation and overwhelm the people, because people will resist things when you bring it to them and a large chunk. But what you need to do is when you achieve the first MVP and people now see the good dashboard, they see how they can impute data, they will be the one to suggest that, okay, can we add this? Can we add this? Then you start documenting those things as enhancement. And once you have funding, you have everything aligns, then you add that. And iteration means you try things over and over, testing and retesting until you get the best version, something like the sustaining innovation that we spoke about yesterday. And then leverage data and analytics of data. You see, the best form of improvement is to drive a data-based decision making. You must use data to identify opportunities and to solve problems. You must use data for continuous monitoring, tracking, and evaluation of the progress of whatever you're doing. Because let me not deceive you, there is what we call the voice of the customer in your business. There's also the voice of your employee in your business. There's the voice of your processes in your business. There's the voice of regulatory agencies in your business. If you don't track these things and monitor these things with data and keep evaluating them continuously, number one, you will not even see opportunity for improvement. Or innovation, let alone transformation. Number two is that very soon you would start doing things with an old model And before you know it, you'll be driving yourself out of the market gradually. Something that happened to what do you call this BlackBerry company, Research in Motion. They call themselves Research in Motion, but they were never in motion. And maybe Nokia too fell out of the world's best phone staging, giving Samsung and Apple a better platform these days. So you must ensure that you listen to the voice of the customer, voice of your society, voice of your employee, the voice of your business processes, voice of regulatory agencies, and even the voice of your finances. And more importantly, which is crucial and dear to my heart, is that you must invest in digital skills, learning, and development. I'm so sorry. I know I'm taking a bit of our time. It's getting late there. It's a long day, but I'll wrap up soon. Invest in digital skill learning and development. There are so many online platforms, Coursera to different other platforms, Allison, where you can start learning, training your workforce until you have your own in-house R&D or L&D team where you can train people. Then let them understand the hardware, software, let them have access to the hardware and software that will enhance learning and development, and then set up an L&D team once you have enough latitude and financial resources in your organization. I want to thank you so much for listening. And if you want more of this learning opportunity, you can please listen and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more executive and professional development learning session. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for this opportunity. Hope to catch up with you guys maybe someday soon, and then I will learn from you. I would also share my experience about the things I'm learning as I keep developing on this pathway of improvement, innovation, and transformation. I hope you've been able to learn something crucial along the whole journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Joshua. It's been an amazing session and time. Fortunately, we don't have much time. I will have just asked if any of the delegates I want to ask any question. Maybe probably just one. Do you have anyone? Just one? Or probably we might communicate that to you. But we have had a great time, and we are looking forward to having you, hopefully in Ghana, very soon again.
That would be great.
And that would
Thank
be
you.
an amazing time again to hear from you. Thank you so much. We'll advise you to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more details. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
All right, bye. Thanks.
Stop.